Sup, nerds? So today, since spooky season is officially upon us, I'm going to start using horror characters in my fights for this month. So we have Pennywise, the dancing clown, also known as It, taking on the spirit of vengeance, Ghost Rider. Who wins? Let's find out. So, after making a deal with the devil to save his father from cancer, Johnny Blaze was bestowed great power from Zarathos, a spirit of vengeance, as his Ghost Rider, basically as his avatar. He has several supernatural abilities. He's very strong, being able to consistently lift and toss around cars great distances with ease, lifted a huge marble altar with ease, and he's even sent the Hulk and Lucifer flying with his punches. He's immortal and can only really be hurt by magical, angelic, or demonic attacks. He's taken a beating from World War Hulk, a series of attacks from the Avengers, and powerful spells from the Sorcerer Supreme Voodoo and Doctor Strange just fine. And he's even regenerated his skull on a few separate occasions. And he's fast enough to catch a bullet in his mouth, and he's dodged a barrage of enchanted bullets as well. But now we get into his other abilities, right? Johnny is a skilled stunt motorcyclist, and therefore he can change his ride into the iconic Ghost Rider motorcycle. It's made out of hell flames, is faster than Mjolnir, and can ride over water and straight up vertical surfaces. His most used ability is his Hellfire. He can create constructs, as well as rings or walls of Hellfire, project blasts capable of melting tanks, knocking out Hulk, and incinerating and skeletonizing demons, level a theme park, and even blast a hole into Lucifer, and even blow apart an entire mountain. He can also turn his fist into different colors to burn souls instead of the body. Then there's his chains, his signature weapon. They're imbued with hellfire and can seemingly extend infinitely. He can conjure multiple chains at once and can restrain angels and demons, and it can be used as a grapple hook too. He can regenerate from virtually any attack, even if it is magical, angelic, or demonic in nature. But by far his most powerful attack is his penance stare. This forces his foes to feel all the pain they have caused to others throughout their life, which usually leads to their death. However, if Johnny Blaze were to be knocked out, Zarathos would take over. This means Johnny Blaze is no longer restraining the spirit of vengeance, and the spirit of vengeance, Zarathos, is now going all out with his maximum power. But in the other corner, we have Pennywise, the dancing clown, also known as It. Pennywise was a celestial entity that was billions of years old and from the void dimension known as the Microverse. It landed on Earth in current-day Derry, Maine, before the dawn of human civilization. This is where it would torment, scare, and feast on humans every 27 years, preferring children as they're easier to scare. Scaring its prey was like seasoning the meat. It tasted better when its prey was scared. It had several powers. Shape-shifting is probably its most known ability. It can turn into anything, including forms that may not be physically possible or exist in reality. It can be several different things in several different places. The form it's usually seen is the dancing clown, because clowns typically make people fearful or at least uncomfortable. But its true form that we can comprehend, it seems to be a giant spider-like creature, but its actual true form is something our brains simply cannot comprehend, a deadlights. Upon seeing this, the person is very likely to die. If not, they're comatose and or brain dead altogether. It can control minds of at least those with weak wills. It can create illusions that are very real and very violent to scare its prey, even can harm its prey. It has telekinesis, chlorokinesis, weather manipulation, size alteration, teleportation, telepathy, and can turn invisible. It's strong enough to easily rip and bite limbs off, and is faster than an express train. It can't really be harmed by human means. Like, its form can be hurt, but by a beating with clubbing weapons, being shot in the head, and by being pierced through the head with a pipe and several other objects. But it itself isn't really hurt. It can also regenerate from most damage. The base of its immense power is fear. Its prey, as long as its prey is terrified, it is basically unstoppable. But that's a double-edged sword, because if its prey is courageous and hopeful, then its power significantly diminishes. It was killed when the gang of losers literally bullied and belittled it to the point they just easily ripped its heart out. But it's hard to be courageous against this thing when it's doing everything it can to season you up, So, who wins? Well, right off the bat, I'm going to say this. I don't think it's that important of a factor, but I do think Ghost Rider is stronger. All we've seen Pennywise do is tear apart humans with his bare hands, bite their limbs off. That's it. Only humans. Really, only children we've seen him fight, or seen it fight, but grown adults too. Ghost Rider simply fought against World War Hawk and was able to send him flying. So, he's stronger. But that's not like that important of a factor, I don't think. The question that we really need to answer is this. Does Ghost Rider feel fear? It's Pennywise's whole thing. Well, Johnny Blaze is just a dude, so he can. But as far as I can tell, Ghost Rider cannot. Zarathos is a spirit of vengeance, therefore he doesn't feel human emotion. So, right there, Pennywise is already at a disadvantage. However, I don't think the Penance Stare would work on Pennywise, as it doesn't have a soul to burn. But again, I don't think a lot of Pennywise's mental abilities would work on Ghost Rider either, as Zarathos provides a natural resistance to mental attacks. And they only really work on weak-willed people, like the bully from It Chapter 1. I would also say that Ghost Rider could perceive Pennywise's true form, the Deadlights, as he, again, is a spirit of vengeance. He's probably seen worse things. Or things just as bad, As long as Johnny Blaze himself doesn't see it, I'd say he can. I'd say it'd be fine. And while Ghost Rider's most powerful attack is off the table, there's nothing to point to that says Pennywise is immune or even resistant to Hellfire. And even if it manages to just knock out Johnny somehow, it then has to deal with Zarathos at his maximum power. Pennywise has no advantage in this fight. Johnny Blaze is someone the Dancing Clown should just avoid and look to someone else as a meal, This is an interesting fight, but I don't think it's a hard fight for Ghost Rider to win. I don't think it's that close. I thought it was closer than what it was when I initially started. But yeah, overall, I'd say Ghost Rider is winning this fight. Ghost Rider wins. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy. Leave a comment of what you thought, and hit the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos and all the great stuff. I truly do appreciate it. Please go follow the Instagram account, that's dmanversus.videos, and all the great stuff. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!